Being born poor can feel like starting life at a disadvantage. No family money, no powerful connections, no financial safety net. And when you see other people already starting ahead, it can feel almost impossible to ever become wealthy. But here is the truth. Many of the richest and most successful people in the world were not born rich. They started with nothing. The difference is that they learned a few things that most people never do. Because being born poor is not what keeps people poor forever. What keeps people poor is staying stuck in the same habits, mindset, and environment for the rest of their life. Part 1. Stop thinking like a poor person. The first thing you must understand is that poverty is not only about money, it is also about mindset. Many people who grow up poor are taught beliefs like, rich people are lucky, money is hard to make, I will never get ahead. These beliefs feel normal because they come from the environment around you. But if you believe wealth is impossible, you will never take the actions needed to build it. The people who escape poverty usually begin by changing the way they think. They stop asking, why am I poor? And they begin asking, what do rich people know that I do not? Part 2. Learn a skill that pays well. If you are born poor, one of the fastest ways to change your life is to develop a valuable skill. Because skills create income. And unlike money, nobody can take your skills away from you. The problem is that many people spend years working low-paying jobs without ever learning anything new. But wealthy people often become rich because they learn skills that are highly valuable. Sales, marketing, coding, writing, business, communication. The more valuable your skill becomes, the more money you can earn. And for someone starting with nothing, skill is often the first real asset. Part 3. Stop spending to look rich. One of the biggest traps poor people fall into is trying to look successful before they actually become successful. Expensive clothes, new phones, luxury cars. People spend money to impress others because they want to feel successful. But often, these purchases only keep them poor. Real wealth is usually invisible. The people who become rich often spend less than they can afford. They save, they invest, they build quietly, because looking rich and becoming rich are completely different things. Part 4. Build assets, not just income. Many people believe becoming rich simply means earning more money, but income alone does not create wealth, because you can earn a lot and still spend everything. The people who become wealthy focus on building assets. Assets are things that continue making money over time. Investments, businesses, skills, real estate. The more assets you build, the less you depend only on your paycheck. And that is when wealth begins to grow. Part 5. Use your situation as motivation. Being born poor can make life harder, but it can also give you something powerful. Hunger. Discipline. A reason to change your life. Many people born rich become comfortable, but people who come from nothing often develop a stronger drive to improve their future. The key is to use your difficult situation as fuel instead of using it as an excuse. Because where you start in life matters less than what you do next. Part 6. Think long-term. One of the biggest differences between poor people and wealthy people is time. Poor people often think about surviving this week. Wealthy people think about where they want to be in 5 years. 10 years. 20 years. If you are born poor, your life may not change overnight, but small decisions repeated consistently over time can completely change your future. Learning, saving, investing, improving your skills. These things may seem small today, but over years, they create a completely different life. You do not need to be born rich to become rich. You do not need rich parents. You do not need luck. What you need is the willingness to think differently, learn valuable skills, and make better financial decisions than the people around you. Because being born poor is not your fault. But staying poor forever is often the result of giving up on the possibility of something better. And the moment you decide to build a different future, that is the moment your life begins to change.